Donnie couldn't believe he added Martha on Facebook. He tried to unfriend her many times, but always stopped himself. Donnie believed that Martha was ill and misunderstood. Martha started commenting on all his photos, some as far back as when he first opened the account. She then told him that their date was romantic and asked if they were official. She wanted to know if there was someone else. Donnie ignored her and logged off. Donnie went on a date with Terry and they chatted about their lives. Donnie narrates that he met Terry by signing up to a trans dating website. He changed his name to Tony and did everything he could to keep himself disguised. He never expected to fall in love because Terry was brilliant, fierce, and witty. He was worried he would bump into someone he knew together from the pub or the comedy world. He didn't want them to find out he was dating a trans woman. So he decided to keep their dates to a dim cocktail bar on the edge of town. He always meant to tell her about Tony, but the more he fell for her, the more he found himself putting it off. Sometime later, Martha headed to where Donnie worked and asked who he was texting and whether it was Keely. Donnie told her that Keely was just an old friend. That night, he couldn't sleep for fear of Martha finding out about Terry, so he made a vow to keep them far apart. He showed Terry Martha's texts, and she thought she was clearly unwell. Terry wondered why Martha addressed him as Donnie and why he hadn't reported her to the police. Donnie promised her to shut this down, and Terry vowed that if he didn't, she would come to Camden and visit Martha. Martha scolded Donnie when he showed up at the pub late. He served her coke and charged her for it, but she started crying. Donnie comforted her and mentioned the age gap between them, because by the time he'd want kids. Martha commented that this world only takes from a person before leaving. That night, Martha flooded his account with email after email, detailing periods, tampons, blood clots, and reinforcing this image of her fertility. Martha would show up at the pub every morning, trail him around the bar, talking endlessly about their future together. She had tickets to his semi-final competition to empty her lungs. Donnie asked Gino to bar Martha, but he refused as he thought that Donnie was nothing without her. Gino then went behind Donnie's back and wrote Martha back, asking for sex as he thought she'd see it as a joke. Donnie called Jason to ask if he could move his semi-final to the other date. He then went to see Terry at the club and they danced together. Terry Googled Martha and knew that she'd been to jail before. She surmised that Donnie was keeping Martha around because of what she gives him. That night, Donnie came back with Terry. On the subway, Terry noticed that his hands weren't very calloused for a builder. She then asked him to give her a proper kiss, but he got off the subway. Then he found Martha waiting for him. She called him filthy because she'd never taken it up the chapter, but she might make concessions for him. She said that men who don't fancy her are either blind or gay. She asked him to stop pushing her away. She offered to help him with the man who hurt him. Donnie decided to walk away, but she followed him. Then she pushed him against the wall and touched it. Martha was then happy as she was making him beat.